Using the simple future tense in grammar. Simple future has two different forms in English, will and be going to. Although the two forms can sometimes be used interchangeably, they often express two very different meanings. These different meanings might seem too abstract at first, but with time and practice, the differences will become clear. Both will and be going to refer to a specific time in the future. Using the verb form will. The verb form will is constructed using will plus a verb. For example, you will help the professor later. Will is accompanied by the verb help. Will you write your essay later? In this question, will is accompanied by the verb write. You will not give the teacher an apple later. Will is negated by not and accompanied by the verb give. Take a look at your assignment sheet now to practice the verb form will. The verb form be going to. The verb form be going to is constructed using either am, is, or are, plus going to, plus a verb. For example, you are going to write an essay tonight. Are plus going to, accompanied by the verb write, is a form of the verb form be going to. Are you going to meet Jane at the library to study? Are is accompanied by going to and the verb meet. You are not going to go to the library tonight. Are, negated by not, is accompanied by going to and the verb go. Pause the video now to practice the verb form be going to on your assignment sheet. Using will to express a voluntary action. Will often suggests that a speaker will do something voluntarily. A voluntary action is one the speaker offers to do for someone else. Often, we use will to respond to someone else's complaint or request for help. We also use will when we request that someone help us or volunteer to do something for us. Similarly, we use will not, or the contraction won't, when we refuse to voluntarily do something. To construct this simple future tense form, you use will in addition to a verb. For example, I will send you the syllabus when I get it. Will is accompanied by the verb send. Will you help me complete my math homework? In this question, will is accompanied by the verb help. I will not do your homework for you. Will is negated by not and accompanied by the verb do. Pause the video and use will to express a voluntary action on your assignment sheet now. Using will to express a promise. Will is usually used in promises. To construct this simple future form, you use will accompanied by a verb. For example, I will call you when I arrive to school Monday morning. Will is accompanied by the verb call. In this example, the speaker is promising to call the recipient on Monday morning when they arrive to school. If I am elected president of the senior class, I will make sure everyone has access to In-N-Out at the school football games. Will is accompanied by the verb make. In this example, the speaker, who is hoping to be elected president of the senior class, promises to make sure that everyone has access to In-N-Out at the school football games. Take a moment to pause the video and practice using will to express a promise. Using be going to express a plan. Be going to expresses that something is a plan. It expresses the idea that a person intends to do something in the future. It does not matter whether the plan is realistic or not. To use be going to express a plan, you use be in addition to going to plus a verb. For example, he is going to spend recess with his friends. Is a form of the verb be, accompanied by going to, accompanied by the verb spend. She is not going to go to the principal's office. In this example, is, a form of the verb be, is negated by not and accompanied by going to and the verb go. Pause the video and practice on your assignment sheet now. Using will or be going to express a prediction. Both will and be going to can express the idea of a general prediction about the future. Predictions are guesses about what might happen in the future. In prediction sentences, the subject usually has little control over the future. To use this simple future form, you use either will plus a verb or be plus going to plus a verb. For example, the next school year will be a very interesting year. Will is accompanied by the verb be. The cafeteria worker is going to make salads and cucumber sandwiches. Is, a form of the verb be, is accompanied by going to and the verb make. John Smith is going to be the next senior class president. Is, a form of the verb be, is accompanied by going to and the verb be. Pause the video now to practice using will or be going to express a prediction. Contractions. In English, there are contractions such as "I'll," "will," or "gonna." "I'll" is a contraction of the simple future tense "I will." "Will" is a contraction of the simple future tense "we will." "Gonna" is a contraction of the simple future tense "going to." While some of these contractions are used in everyday English conversation, some of these contractions are not to be used in an academic setting, such as in the classroom or when you're writing an essay. To construct the contraction "I'll," you use "I will" plus a verb. To construct the contraction "we'll," you use "we will" plus the verb. To construct the contraction "gonna," you use "going to" plus the verb. By adding a verb to these contractions, you put these sentences in the simple future tense. For example, "I'll send you the homework when I get it." "I'll," a contraction of "I will," is accompanied by a verb. "She is gonna go to the assistant principal's office." Is accompanied by the contraction "gonna," which is a contraction of "going to," and accompanied by the verb go. Remember that these contractions are not always used in an academic setting, but they are important in everyday English conversation. Complete your assignment sheet now by making sure you've written down any questions or any notes that will help you in your lesson for tomorrow. See you later.